Alright, looks like that audio is good. Looks like my audio is good. Tubal Cain, shutters. Let's do a quick sound check on... Preview is struggling a little bit here. Okay, well, it should be good enough. Crank that down. Alright. Does not appear that we have anything dropped at the moment. Should be good. Should be live. Okay. I don't entirely know what I'm doing today, so we're going to just call it a grab bag, and we'll probably shuffle between a couple of different games for the sake of whatever fits my mood. I'm going to start off with a little bit of Space Marine because I've got one little bit of experience left to finish off my relic here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go down here and okay, you're on top. All right, there we go. There we go. I think we should be good. We've got one little bit of experience left to finish off our flamethrower here, which would be nice. Oh, there is kind of a bit of a choppy lag to it. Let's try, how about if I pause that screen, so I don't really need to see that. How about now? Okay, where's our proverbial holdup that's causing the chop? Are we just doing a bit too much at once for our computer mayhaps? Everything seems to be okay there. It's just there's a little bit of lag that spurs up now and then. How about if we crank that down? Is that any better? Still got a little bit of a hiccup in there that we really don't want. Little bit of a hiccup. All right, so maybe what we'll do here is I really don't want frame generation on. Let's find one thing in here that should probably be good. What if we put details down one step? It shouldn't make too much of a difference visually, but let's see if it might free up a little bit of the GPU. Yeah. I feel like that might have done the trick, maybe. Interface. Do we have an option in here to turn on? Maybe not. Sometimes your games will have an option to turn on the FPS tracker so you can kind of see how you're doing, but I think that should probably do it. Although we could also turn down the effects a little bit because that's a CPU thing. Well, my CPU should be doing fine from the looks of it. So if anything's throttling, it's my GPU from having so much going. I guess it's also possible that it could just be that my network is having a bit of an issue with everything I'm throwing at it because this friggin' Spectrum, and we understand the Spectrum is just absolute trash. Distance or odd angles. What if we drop that one step? We probably won't notice it, but if it reduces play a little bit more. For a minute there, that actually made everything run worse. I feel like that still might actually be making everything run worse. Put that back up to ultra. My worry comes from the fact that, you know, with what I had planned on doing, that little bit of lag, a little bit of hiccuping that it's doing could be a very unfortunate thing. I guess it might be, maybe it's having some kind of an interaction with game capture. Got the anti-cheat, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. All the hooks are fine. It's a capture specific window. It seems to really just be system-wide. Alright, let's try dropping some settings down. We'll see what we can do here. Try popping you down. Try dropping you down. Try setting you down. That's a bunch of things down, so that should free up a bunch of the GPU in theory. We just need to wait for that to take effect. We'll hope for the best. And we'll see how it goes. Still kind of lagging up a good chunk in there for some reason. Kind of non-necessaries do I have run in the background that shouldn't necessarily be needed? Pretty much nothing, really. I mean, I'm probably just trying to do a bit much for its liking, because we are also running a 3D print in the background and a whole bunch of other stuff, so it's probably just, it's getting overloaded, I'm sure. Honestly, I could probably turn off the Logitech thing, but that's not going to make much of an impact. Yeah, I think we'll just give it a shot and see how it goes. Because resources wise, I mean, we're not doing horrible. At least the CPU is perfectly fine. Our memory is relatively good. So the only thing that can be bottlenecking really should be the GPU, which, I mean, that's how it be for sure. But we'll give her a run. We'll see how it goes. If it ends up feeling real bad while I'm doing it, then we can always just swap to something else. Maybe we should turn our settings down just a little bit more again. I'm sure part of it is just the fact that I'm running this thing at 4K. Let's see. Right now we're at quality, so we're running at 1.5 lower resolution with upscaling. Let's try. No, not native. Let's try balanced. That should free up a bunch of its resources. Or it could actually make it even worse. Alright, well maybe that's not the play. Yeah, that made it worse, actually. Well then, if that's the situation, I wonder if we just do our render resolution as native. How's that gonna play out? Still got a hitch. What if we notch it all the way down to performance? It seems like we may have gotten rid of the hitch, so we'll just run it at performance upscaling levels for now. Oh, and as I say that, I go to move and the entire thing just hard locks me into one position. I don't remember having these issues with it before. I really don't. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to be doing this. If when I'm running, it's going to hard lock out my devices. That's weird. Okay. Just out of curiosity, let me real quick try. If I just turn off the streaming into OBS for a minute. Okay, nope, it still does that, so we know it's not the hook that's causing this to be so weird. Maybe a restart would help. It's just it's so weird that it's chonking like that. There's no reason for it to be chonking like that. We're not maxing the GPU or anything. It's the only thing I can think of is it's gotta be. I mean, the CPU's barely even touched. Yeah, let's go with the age-old tactic. We're going to restart our game. And we'll see if that fixes our weird lagging hiccup. I mean, anything is possible, really, right? Because with the game off, of course, we're not experiencing any hiccups. Although Steam is fighting very, very hard in order to stop the game, so maybe indeed we just needed to restart it for some reason. And then maybe now it'll be happy when it launches. Maybe there's just some weird chotchiness with like easy anti-cheat and the fucking hookup or pass-through or something. Who knows? I don't know. I just play games, man. I don't design them. Remember the game worked before. I know we've streamed this a couple of different times, so you would assume. Well, then again, you know what they say about making assumptions. So we're going to try a restart. We'll see how that goes. If that doesn't go, maybe we'll try downing some of our settings to see if maybe that fixes it. Otherwise, maybe we'll just swap to something else. Which, I mean, it's kind of a grab baggy sort of day where I don't know what I'm doing anyways. Anything really is on the docket. I could just pivot at any moment. I could just run one more match this. I could probably finish leveling my guy from his prestige, and then everybody would be back up to maximum rank again, and that would be very nice. Yeah, we're getting that weird hiccup, that weird hitch right here again too. What, oh what are you doing to me here, Space Marine? We're gonna just blame it on Spectrum, because Spectrum's always a good thing to blame it on. But I would imagine it's probably not Spectrum. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There is not a whole lot of stuff burning up any of my resources at the moment. Let's go and try. I guess we'll just downgrade a bunch of our settings here and see if we can do that. Let's do medium shadows. We'll do ambient occlusion down to default. Volumetrics we'll put down to medium. Effects work we'll put down to medium. Details we already did down one. Cloth simulation will drop down to medium. There, so we've dropped all of our settings by about one step. And we still, it still has that weird little flump. Which really makes me tell, like, it's gotta be something else. I don't know what that something else is, though. But something is having a hard time. I don't know what. We don't really have anything else running to turn off. I don't have a lot of stuff running to begin with. Okay, well this is better. Maybe it just needs some time to adjust. Oh, there's that hook. What does it? It's just random weird hook. Alright, just out of curiosity, let me try. We're going to get rid of our game capture source. Like entirely, like straight up delete it. It still does the hitch, so it's definitely not that. Of course, now I got to remake my game capture source. Can't blame a person for trying though, right? No. Resize that, put you right back where you're belonging. Don't understand what could be causing that little hiccup at this point. Something else somewhere is really just burning up some resources that's not telling me about. Oh, you have a melter gun. You're not supposed to have that gun on you. Well, the good news is it seems to be running fine in this big empty combat zone here, so there's hope that maybe it'll hold up enough that we can do stuff in our missions and still progress. So we'll give it a whirl. We're going to try it on a mission. If it all goes tits up, then we'll just deal with it then. Alright, get our Pyre Blaster out again, because that's what we're really trying to level up here. The Pyre Blaster. Got a blue Pyre Blaster, but really, the red one would make more sense. Look at that purple one. Silk would love that shit. Silk loves purple. Alright. Head over to our launch bay. This is probably not going to go as well as I'm hoping for, but yesterday I made it to the tail end of Wave 14 on hard difficulty Siege by myself. I was on the precipice of being able to do it, and I just couldn't bring it to the end because of a couple of flying Neurotrope dudes. So, even if I get it to just Wave 10, that should be enough experience that we should be good on leveling stuff here. And if it runs like poo-poo, and we can't do great, we can hopefully at least make it to Wave 5, and that should get us A level. Probably won't be enough to finish off our Tacticals Prestige, but it will probably finish off the Flamethrower, which is cool, because then we'll have that perk point. And then maybe, for sure, if it runs poorly, we'll just swap to a different game. I got some super credits to farm out in Helldivers for the sake of nothing else besides there's always a use for super credits. I could always go checking into Warframe, see if there's anything new in there. I could do Soulframe, but I've already finished getting all the stuff and leveling everything at this point, so solo Soulframe is kind of a little bit weird because I don't have a goal. But we could also do a little bit of Soulframe. I could do what I probably should do and do something Star Wars related, but I don't know, I wasn't really feeling like MMO speeds today. I don't do headshots at the Flamethrower. Executing boosts my damage by 30%. That's kind of cool. Let's go with the explosions restoring armor. That sounds good. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Astartes. Hello, little guardsmen. How are we this fine morning? Starting with the nids. Okay, we like nids. Upgrade them twice, upgrade our turrets once, upgrade them one more time for good measure. We shouldn't need the sentries already. We should be able to survive for at least a wave or two without those. Assuming everything doesn't get too obnoxiously laggy, of course. Backle, crackle. Okay, guardsmen. Let's see how this goes.
Foes are marching on the fortress. We shall remind them of our supremacy.
Hi, jumpy guy. That guardsman stunned you before you could hit me with that attack. That was definitely going to hit me because I'm horrible at registering that it's red and I can't block it. Guardsmen, the saviors of the Imperium. It's a snake. Gotcha, snake. Too hot to handle. Where's all the other bucks? All the way over there. Sally forth, Marines! That's a lot of mines! For those who aren't aware, mines are my arch nemesis because I'm pretty much always going to get hit by them. Oh, oh. See? Told you. If it's red, I still try to block it. I really should just shuffle over to try and dodge everything instead of blocking everything, but I just can't help myself.
Resupply before more enemies arrive.
Everything laying around is all bullets. How am I supposed to complete to pick things up? I wonder if I can't pick things up. Well, let's get a start on it. Let's get one of these, because I'm gonna end up using it at some point. Move that over. Alright, guardsmen. Set it off. You're going to be doing all of the work while I go and do the bonus objective when it shows up, so make sure you know what you're doing, okay, guardsmen? Oh, I hit the button, but I didn't hit the button fast enough. God, dang it, I just got that health back, you prick. Mines. There's mine spitters out there, isn't there? Bad predator-looking mother humper. Now, if you guys don't mind, I need to run across the map and go play with a donut.
Our allies require the last cannons to punish our enemies.
Donut.
Preparing cover fire for
Gotta
the
get those
surface
points.
forces.
Sniper, stop that little guy. Sniper, stop that little guy. They're beating me up. Get him. Crying out loud. Nope, that's fine. Just let them halfway kill me, bots.
The last cannons. Last cannons active and causing the enemy damage.
Gonna have to blow some points on some med kits already, it looks like. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, don't worry, you're seeing, Mother Hunter. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, what? No. Lag, not now. Jesus Christ. What the? You know, we went so well for so long without having any of the little hiccups in our frickin' controls. Can I not shoot my gun anymore? Hello? What the? Okay, there we go. Now we can shoot. Oh my god. I don't know what my computer is unhappy about, but there is definitely something that's making this computer unhappy, because that is just... Like, I have a hard enough time getting through this stuff sometimes without the game forgetting how to game. But that was wild. Okay, well this is definitely probably going to only end up being a 5er, because, oh lordy lordy.
Stay sharp and prepare
That was the middle, right? So that means we're going to be far left this time. Oh, nice. You spawned me a med stem. That's a wonderful thing for you to do, game. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, if we could stop the weird little hiccup thing where the screen freezes. Like, we don't have frame generation turned on, so it's not like you should be being like, I don't understand how to make a new screen. I guess we'll just spawn some more stems here.
This one will leave a nice return me to the flame. I shall be claiming this.
Yes, maybe it could be. Like, I feel like it's the game, and I'm saying it's the game, but maybe it's just the mouse?
We will remove these lowly wretches from the fortress.
Maybe something's going on with my mouse instead? Nah, because the screen of the game also does it, so it can't be just the mouse, it's gotta be the game. Right there as I was trying to turn the camera sideways, and it definitely did not go sideways, it just kept staring straight. Ooh. That's a bad stomach gurgle right there. Oh, come on, game. Come on. Come on. Bad guys do not need your help in being harder to friggin' beat. It's hard mode. They're already hard enough to beat. Oh. We tried there, but it didn't work. Nope, we wanted to go after the guy in the background, game. Okay, now he's back up to fucking shenanigans. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the game to let me turn the camera. Alright, I'm gonna have to remove Space Rain from games to stream if it's gonna always keep performing like this. Alright, hey bad guy, would you like to actually come out into the battlefield where we can fight? No? You're running up my timer, you prick. Come out. That's at 38. Pause this. Still. I pause this for a couple seconds. Does this stay at 33? It does. Okay. In that case, I'll be right back. My stomach is telling me that I need to pay attention or else there's going to be issues. So I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Whew, that was horrible in there, man. Let's go. Try to go. Let's wait 4. Put that there. I want to keep enough points for next wave that I can do the guardsmen. We're gonna need it. Gonna need it. And just in case you were wondering, I'm not out of breath because of the bathroom. I'm out of breath because I ran downstairs to grab a Tums, then ran all the way back upstairs. Didn't want to keep everybody waiting.
Their appetite only leads them to their destruction.
Just to be clear, I'm out of shape, but not that out of shape. Although, I mean, round is technically a shape, so...
Additional orders incoming. Retrieve an encrypted data slate from the body of Acadia. I shall have it in hand soon, Captain.
God, I love the sentry turrets. They're so baller. Ah, it's taking me so long to get here. The enemies become stronger. I see the friggin' lines from the brain bug. I know you're down there. I hate those things. Oh wait, no, he's up here. Oh, they're up here. Go with this bullshit. Fall back to the turrets. Let the turrets deal with those assholes. Hate these flying guys. Takes forever to frickin' kill them because they take a million shots. And then on top of that, they keep swapping the stupid shield back and forth, which I'm sure probably gives them time to heal all the damage I've done to them in the 5,000 rounds of ammo I've put on them. Jesus. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate mines because mines kill me all the time, but these flying shitheads are definitely the worst thing on the side of the bugs. Ah! What the hell? Ah! Ah! Man, relax! Went from like there's one guy left in the wave to all of a sudden getting bullied in a corner. swear to God, those lictors have a lag switch. Well, and we got one guy just sitting down here doing nothing. Oh, come on! He's under the floor! Oh, okay. Can we... Okay, yep. Swing rate, but what the heck is happening here? It's like you don't count as a bad guy. Like, dude's not even targeting you with his swings.
The foe is vanquished. Use this time to rearm before they return. Our time will not be squandered, Captain.
Okay, yeah, wave 5 is definitely gonna end up being our last wave here. There's no way I'm gonna deal with this little lag hiccup against the stinking chaos dudes. That's just asking for pure aggravation.
You must make every round count.
Alright. If we're gonna be laggy, might as well give the game a reason to be laggy. Come forth, massive swarm of Marine Guardsmen dudes. Your commissar commands it. Look at this little trench coat.
Your targets have arrived. If our enemies wish for a swift death, we shall accommodate them.
Yes, just remember, any of that chop you're seeing, it's not your stream, it's the game. I'm experiencing it too, and it's horrible. Okay, we dodged that, and it still hit me anyways.
Augurs detect a serious threat incoming. Focus and bring it down. We shall triumph over whatever's in your attention to that foul mural.
Ow. Oh great, a neurotrope. Just what I always wanted to have to frickin' deal with. At least he doesn't get shields because there's only one of them. And he already zapped me from across the fucking game map where I couldn't see him, so that's always nice. Oh, hi buddy. Oh, you're just gonna do 4 different attacks at once? Yeah, that's okay. That's cool. Can't get my camera to turn to see where I need to freaking dive out of the way from in the first place.
Priority threat eliminated. Stand firm against the remaining scum.
Ah, freaking mines. So much for nearby explosions restore my armor. Hey fellas, you wanna frickin' knock that shit off, huh? You would never have guessed that I could make it to wave 14 off of the performance of this. Jesus. worse when the game only turns the camera half the time I tell it to turn. This is probably my fault for not updating something. Like, I didn't update OBS for like the last 7 times it asked me if I wanted to update, so it's punishing me. But at the same time, it's only doing it in the game. OBS can be going without the game, and it's fine. I don't know. It's bizarre, man. But, going off this, Space Marine obviously does not want to run with everything else that's going on my computer right now, so... We'll take the Sector 1 win. We'll return to the Battle Barge. It'll at least finish off our Flamethrowers. The Flamethrower will be up to maximum points. We might still have another mission to run at some point or another to finish the re-leveling of Tactical. And then we'll try swapping to, I guess, Helldivers instead. And seeing if maybe Helldivers will run better. Because Helldivers is kind of less fancy with its graphics than this is, although, I mean, Helldivers has its own performance issues if you're using the upscalers, but I don't use those, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. I know it's not the mouse, it's not the keyboard, because both of those things work fine without anything. 1881. Yep, so we got just a little bit left to get Tactical up all the way. That finishes the Flamethrower up to max level. So let's go. Max ammo. Well, the charging time also was probably kind of good, but even on a menu here, it's like conk, conk. We unlocked red. Okay. Let's call that for Space Marines, and then I'll boot up Helldivers quick instead to see if that runs a little bit better. Let's see if I can get old Tuvi to listen to me. Tuvalcane shutters. Tuvalcane Helldivers. And we give it just a minute for Steam to actually kill Space Marine so that we can launch the other thing. Yeah, like right now, my mouse is moving perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever. So it's just had to be Space Marine was just tapping into just enough extra resources on something that it was causing it to chop up when in combination with OBS and the 3D print. Well, 3D print shouldn't be using any resources anyways, because it's the printer's doing all the work. That's just updating me real time as to how far done it is, you know? Tuvalcane shutters. I mean, yeah, the video's not up yet, but it's almost there. Maybe I stand corrected. It should almost be there. Hello? Helldivers? There we go. Now we get to see if this is going to be weird about it. Nope, we don't have that issue in here, so it's definitely something with Space Marine was just... Oh, I mean, I say that, but then I moved in here a little bit and it did get kind of squonky.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver. Take us to the fight.
Not nearly as bad as Space Marine was doing, though. Alright. See, I don't really care about any of that stuff, like using the Flamethrower, because I already maxed warbonds, but I do want to get more super credits. We're at 1440. We know there's going to be a legendary warbond again for the Warhammer crossover sometime.
Let us join the fight.
So, like, you know, probably next year when it gets pushed back for some reason or another, I'm sure. I would like to think we'll probably get another warbond before then, but given that they've kind of been on like that every 2 to 3 months, you get another warbond so they can try to make money off of people. And of course, I'm thinking, who pays for those things when you can farm out the credits? A lot of people, because every time they put one out, it jumps back up to the friggin' most bought games list, so. Don't really quite feel like going after the remaining. I have one achievement left in this game. And it's one of those things where most games I really don't care about achievements. Like they're there to like track how you've done crazy things or whatever. But I also just largely don't tend to go after them. And like, if I get to the point where like naturally playing the game, I only have like 1 or 2 left or something like that, then sometimes I get the itch where it's like the completionist thing where it's like, well, I'm already most of the way there. But the one that's left for this is to like in and out an entire quick action 12-minute mission in like half the time. It's like, man, with some extra people, I could see that maybe going down decent, but solo, it's like, God, it feels like it takes 6 minutes just for the stupid extraction ship to arrive sometimes. I know it's not. It's like 2.5 minutes or less. But we'll just get in some, that's definitely a wait until I get a bunch of people playing again and then just go on to like the extreme, be like, alright guys, the goal and a half here is to just do this. Hello, random pack of dudes on easy, traveling right immediately to where I was. I'm sure you won't follow me all the way up here after I throw a grenade and somehow alert the entire map to my presence. Alright, let's see here. Post up shop right there. Get rid of you. Here's one off in this direction that I can't really quite see. But we're gonna go down here and get our friendship door. Well, how on earth are you gonna do that? You ain't got no friends. Well, one, thanks for reminding me, jerk. And 2, I've got a backpack. He's my ultimate friend. Oh, and then my audio decided to turn itself off. I'm just having a great time here. Turn off my headset, turn my headset back on. Turn the headset back on. Hello. I'm holding the button down. I thought that swapping out of using banana would solve the audio issue, but apparently it did not. Makes me wonder if maybe it's not an issue with that. Maybe it's an issue with my headset. I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you guys marked on the map? No. Oh, there's a seaf over there from the looks of it. Some kind of a building structure, seaf-oriented shape. No, I guess it's not a seaf-oriented shape. It's just a normal shape. I got a wall up over on that thing, so I can't just blast that from here. That one, however, it's just right asking for it. Oh, we're getting a little bit chuggy there. We can do that one on the way home. Of course, I can always check some settings too.
There's something here.
Oh boy, a medal, the thing that I can't carry any more of. Stupid games, and they're arbitrarily limiting how many of something you can have. Well, we just don't want you to be rewarded for playing a ton and farming out a bunch of stuff and then immediately getting all the new stuff when we add it. Yeah, well, I'm sorry that I want to actually play your game and get rewarded for it, bro. Frickin' devs, dude. You're not a mobile game. You don't have to limit how many times somebody can do something in a day. Arbitrary progression blocks are nothing but a frustration for your players. Oh yeah, but it stops that one person with an addictive personality from being as addicted because they aren't getting any kind of a reward for fueling their addiction. Really? Is that how it works? Is that really how that happens to work? You're not a mobile game, so it's not like me coming back on a daily basis is going to influence how much money you make, because you don't make any money from me anyways.
You have ignited the torches of liberty. Extraction awaits.
Got a blankadoodle over there, but I also got a base over there that I just saw to blow up. Alright, go hit our last little blanky dude there and skedaddle from here. Oh, what, we got another blankie over here? What do we got? What do we got, huh? Grave site.
There's something here.
No samples, so like the point of not interest then. Okay, gotcha. I mean, let's be real, divers. We both know that we're here for super credits, so start racking them up. You don't have to be like that time that me and Mem played where you gave us double hundos. But it would be nice to get some. We got a little air missile launcher over here. Okay, okay. Yeah, we'll storm that and take it. Why not?
Tactical asset near your position.
They got it.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Why is the flashlight on? Game, we've been over this. You're supposed to remember my settings for weapons. That includes how I look down it and what's open. Up you go, little robot. Nope. He did not get to ride it up. Just got to touch it gently with his foot. Oh, there we go. He rode a little bit of it up. Oops. When you thought you pushed the button, but you obviously did not.
30 minutes remaining.
Bug.
Extraction shuttle in.
Let's tuck ourselves in over here. Get rid of that light. We don't like lights here.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
And we wait. Oh, man. Stomach is gurgling again. It is really up. Maybe I need to stop drinking that tea. Maybe that tea isn't the right thing for me. Or stop eating Hot Pockets for dinner. That might be the real trick. Go back to getting, like, you know, halfway decent rice meals instead of just
1 minute.
Hot Pockets. "38 seconds until the bird is here. He takes so frickin' long. So long." Almost makes me wish I could call him in remotely so that he would be ready by the time I showed up.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Here. Karate chop.
Pelican 1 arriving at
Chop.
coordinates.
Chop. Chop.
This is Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown.
Alright, Pelican. Come on. Come on. Down we go.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Okay. I'm gonna go hit the restroom again. I'll be back.
The medal of the Helldivers.
Okay, we're back. This time we brought some water with us in the hopes that water will treat us a little bit better. It occurs to me I've turned off the music in this game. Let's see, audio. Should I change it to headphones? Alright, let's see. Did I get anything cool for you in the process of doing that? I can get a laser light with a flashlight. Nah, no, nothing until at 11 I can get you a short magazine, which drops you to a 30 rounder instead of a 45. But it will make my reload time better. And increased ergonomics, which is a good thing for something like that. So yeah, well, level 11 will get you something good.
Helldiver.
Did we actually find that? We didn't find anything as far as super credits, did we?
Close to liberation. We could be the final push.
Well. We can spread democracy, or
Commando operations present a challenge.
you can acquire
for only the
evidence,
most elite
or
of the galaxy's elite.
you can acquire evidence.
Will you brave the gauntlet, Helldiver?
Yeah, we'll spread democracy.
Hellpod Prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Right there.
Synchronized.
On the coast. Line. On the coast. Mine. I like to be able to sprint longer and recover from my sprinting when I run out of breath. But I am seriously debating lowering the time it takes for the extraction shuttle to reach the beacon, because he takes so frickin' long. We're gonna do that. Like I'm sitting there waiting for a minute and a half, like every time, you know, it seems excessive. To be nice about it. I've seen a building.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them.
That's what I should do. I should see if anybody's made mods for having loadouts so I don't have to manually pick everything. That would really speed up that part of it. It's my normal go-to for when I'm playing by myself and just doing farming the super creds is the exact same gear every time. But if you can just have a favorite loadout, why would you ever try other things? Because you try other things when you get them, and then you find out if you like them or not, and then when you don't like them or you find them not to be useful for your situation, you switch back to your normal stuff. That's just how that works. Arrowhead. Oh, the classic 5-foot drop breaks my ankles. Not even a 5-foot drop.
There's something here.
There's something here. It's a friendship door. Super creds! You know what?
Tagging map.
I'm just gonna go and do all that stuff first. It's not gonna find any points of interest over there. Okay. Oh, I see a sea site.
Found something.
What? Grenade? You didn't even blow up the door that I threw you at. What the hell? Worst grenade ever. That's not entirely true. It didn't come back and hit me, so it's still better than the worst. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Unleashing democracy.
Found something.
Automaton outpost scrapped.
That eagle dropped that bomb way off from where it was supposed to land.
Found something.
That was uncalled for, you punk.
Sending down sentry. Automaton outpost destroyed.
Dropping a pin.
Main objective nearby.
So much for not being able to see me from as big of a distance.
Keep liberty. Eagle 1 leaving combat zone to resupply.
Objective critical stratagem available.
Get some. Get some.
Sending down equipment package.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of learning a second goddamn song.
Super Earth's finest back in action.
Ba 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 wa 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 wa.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Sneaky little mine boy there. You ain't gonna try to blow me up. Oh, whoa.
You may proceed to extraction when ready. Tactical asset nearby.
Ah, shell. Got a high axe. Ah, parkour. It's not what we intended to do there, Helldiver. We want to get that bomb. Get that bomb! Now you can parkour, because you're going to need to get to that guy. Okay. And what we got over here? We got a blue one. Okay, where's our last one hiding? We got another shell somewhere. There it is. Okay, we'll take our high yield, and then we'll take our explosive, and then we'll take our fire, and then we take our blue one, and then we grab our other blue one. And we'll go and pick that up, because I don't know if I've recovered all of my common samples from... Oh, there was a green one right there. Oh, well, I'm not going to use any of them, so it doesn't really matter. There we go.
Dropping a pin.
Can I see that guy from across the way? It looks like I can. Good night, sweet prince.
Destroyed. Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Tagging map.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
I mean, if the bad guys can walk through it, surely I can walk through it without dying, right? Then again, the bad guys can also walk through an entire whole-ass mountain, and I cannot do said thing, so... Maybe basing my survivability on an objective by how the bad guys pursue it could be that not quite solid of a thing. Stim addiction keeps me running fast, going through the mountains, passing lots of gas. Oh, the sweet taste of liberty, packaged in a syringe. Give a poke, artichoke. Special delivery
Administering freedom.
to the bot bastards from your friend Ken. Oh, hello. Oh my.
Enemies down, baby.
Final boost destroyed.
See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya. Ah. I've rustled their jimmy, sir.
Dropping a pin.
Was it something I said in my song? Nah, my lyrics can't go wrong. Alright. And now comes the part where I sit here and I hide. Coming from the left side.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Looks like they're gonna stretch to the bottom though. Convenient walk path right through the area that I'm getting extracted from.
30 seconds.
Perhaps it's the giant blue beam sticking out of the beacon.
ETA T-minus 20
If
seconds.
only Eagle could be instructed by GPS coordinates instead of giant visible blue laser light.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
That was a much quicker extraction now. Oh, here comes another pack of dudes.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
Pelican's gonna be angry. You guys are on his walk
Preparing for
path.
touchdown.
Yep. Oh, that one almost cleared that rock over there, dude. Good job, Pelican.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
See, there we go. You want to be fancy as a dev team. You make a side game where you're the Pelican driver, you know, and you gotta do like mini game stuff. Like maybe it's like a phone game, right? So you gotta guide yourself in through the pipe 5x5, if you will, using your phone and the you know, gyroscopics inside the phone. So you're like, ooh. And the better you're doing it, flying in it, the faster it comes into the people in the game, you know? Boom. Boom. Other Ken service. Offloading Helldivers that survived and 5 seconds ago. Oh, I'm just so full of ideas. Definitely not crap. Not full of crap anymore. Fate of the day has seen fit to that. Suppressor level 7. We don't care until it hits 11 though. But we did get 1 stack of super credits, so there's that, I guess. Shit, wrong. You're being kinda stingy with me here.
Resources for freedom's expansion.
Oh, that's a city. That'll be horrible. I mean, we can try that one. What's that? Secure the black box. Oh, that's going to be a carry a thing around the entire mission. We don't want that. Alright, well, we gotta do something, so I guess we'll go and try securing the intel.
Coordinates locked. Hellpod Prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Alright, so I have to go here to get cards so I can go there and do that, it says. Okay. In that case, I'll start here, I'll rock down and around, and then I'll go back up the rest of the way. Perfect! Nothing could go wrong! Two of these 3 things are gonna be useless to me. You'll see why in a bit. Because we're about to go commando. He's taking off all his clothes. Wrong kind of commando. Super Earth scientist has officially classified many alien storms dangerous and freaky.
You are deep in enemy territory, Helldiver. May liberty guide your aim.
Objective nearby.
I don't need liberty to guide my aim. He says as the first shot he takes misses.
Objective completed. Bot outpost destroyed. Super destroyer leaving low orbit. Objective nearby.
He might be going. Why does he keep laying down before he shoots?
Destroyed.
When you lay down, your guy doesn't wobble his aim like some kind of an absolute nutter, so you can actually aim and hit the thing that you're aiming at. Instead of pointing in a direction and watching as it wobbles everywhere. Big boy turret could be a potential threat.
Liberty dispensed.
We'll have to be careful around him. Marching patrol over there.
Objective nearby.
I can think, why did our house explode? It was I! I am why your house exploded. But you can prove nothing.
Objective complete. Sub-objective near your location.
Careful of the landmines.
Making progress.
Dropping a pin.
You're gonna hold for just a moment for those guys to go through. Because engaging with them wouldn't be very stealthy kind of me, would it? After they skedoodle, I will skedaddle. I was so hoping one of their dudes would accidentally step on one of those mines. I got a friendship door. I'm gonna have to wait for them to get by before I go in. And I could just wreck them all. I've got the gunpowder. But, you know, we're behind enemy lines. We're trying to be super sneaky and shit. They must not know I was here. All of their things have just spontaneously combusted, but had literally nothing to do with me. Is that gonna be far enough away to find out? Well, that was totally not worth it.
Objective near your position.
Found something.
Oh, god dang it. How am I supposed to do my objective if you're gonna block me out, game? Fine, I'll go menace this place over here. That'll teach you to make me not be able to do what I came over here to do. Why did I blow all those up? I don't know, but I did. I don't see any more spawners over there. We got rid of the cannon. I don't see any more cannons over there. Any more bases that are out there are not showing me. But Storm's gone, so I should be able to link with my pods.
Tagging map.
Liberty dispensed.
It's time to do stealthy shit. They're all like, what the heck? Our house just blew up. I only had 4 more days until they made my girlfriend.
Position.
Alright, I don't think that the base liked me taking their intel package.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
If that violent squonking is anything to go off of. Oh, hi, little sample. Enemy
Mission at
spawner
30
over
minutes
there.
remaining. Warning, you are leaving the mission
Whoops.
area.
Trying to swing a little bit too wide, I was. I apologize for that, game. Flashlight, we've told you multiple times to be off. I'm probably getting shot at by those dudes because they saw the flashlight that shouldn't have been on in the first place. Anybody excited? Come on, climb.
Automaton outpost scrapped.
Tagging map.
Automaton outpost destroyed.
One more shot, and then it's time to get out of here.
Outpost destroyed.
Tagging map.
There we go. Behind enemy lines, kept extraneous engagements to a minimum.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
I hate how like everything on the map beelines for the extraction thing when you hit it. But then they also all tend to go away, so you better keep walking, bitch. I will end you. Sends you the way of the dial-up modem. Out with a horrific noise.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
What do we get for just another one single stack of super creds?
T-minus 10 seconds. Clear land.
And Sharon is really really not providing like it used to.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual
Wouldn't be
on the
surprised if
extraction zone.
Arrowhead did something to bring a stealth nerf on me, but it's
Pelican
probably
1,
just
preparing for
RNG.
touchdown.
Up Pelican! Touchdown Pelican!
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Oh yeah. Pelican has probably done more to make my presence known than I did the entire match. Bloop 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 bloop. very much not a great run for super creds. It weren't. Oh, big stretch. Yeah. See, if they gave like fixing height, like if it just the low levels like this and medium are perfectly fine for getting super credits. There's not a lot of dudes. It's very manageable. The maps are smaller so that you can, you know, really dig in and find every single spot for the super creds. I feel like all they really need to do, I mean, they won't, but all they really need to do to make it more rewarding to do the higher difficulty ones is like challenging. Start doing it in like sets of 10, so you get like 10 super credits, and then you get 20 super credits, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then like you're not missing out on all the super credits that you could get by playing it on super easy or whatever. Or even started at like 6, so that it like caps at 50 on super Helldive or something like that. Well, I feel like you should really get really well rewarded for doing super Helldive, because it's a absolute shit show most of the time. Everybody's over on Matar Bay, huh? Ew, that's where all the big bots, the fire bots are. I'm not even really sure why they're here from. Matar Bay, what kind of planet were you, Matar Bay?
Sully our well-swept streets. Operation complete.
None of you is going to actually tell me the map picture, huh? Green rocks. Might be the swamp? Oh, and it's a Devastator Surge. I mean, you definitely didn't need to combine that with the Incineration Core, but Devastator Surges are always neat. They haven't done one of those since Cyberstan. I mean, we could. Not really productive, but so that being all Devastator, stealth isn't going to be as opportune an ordeal because I'm going to have to shoot him in the face, or else my silenced weapons are going to do nothing. We could, but we're going to have a defense. For the sake of entertainment value, we'll go ahead and we'll do it. We'll do it. That way I can get gunned down by the DSS.
FTL jump successful. Mission.
Alright, we need to do something about those biggins, though. So we either need to bring extreme precision, or we need to bring something to put them down with. I guess I could always try bringing, like, the Eruptor. The Eruptor will punch right through them, although I do have a tendency of killing myself with the Eruptor, but heck, we'll give it a shot. Let's black it out. Currently has no underbarrel. I could put the laser light on there, then I would have the laser, but then I would also have a flashlight, and it doesn't really do me any good. I'd much prefer like an angled grip or the vertical. Alright, let's try it. Do we want to keep our stealth armor? I mean, the stealth armor's not bad. It will work for me pretty good. Maybe we'll swap our swap our helmet around. If we're going to play with the bigger snipery kind of setup, maybe we can pull out our splinter cell eyes there. We can go back to him with this little external camera. Look all big and sci-fi. You know, this is like a classic knight helmet, but looking at it, I just watched the old He-Man movie the other day, and it looks a lot like the old He-Man bad guy helmets in that movie. And go to you, they're even more slim down. Look. I would like the Francois. Nothing says I'm a sniper like having a big thing with a targeting reticle on it, right? Yeah, it's just basically Aliens knockoff helmet. I mean, you were kind of sniper in your game. You know, the big and angular, real sci-fi. Oh, let's see. I'm thinking he could work because he's got the scope eye on him. There is an old one that has a scope eye on it too, right? There is. It's on the other scope eye, and it's just a normal helmet though. So maybe we'll swap it up to him.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat.
Just for a little
Helldivers to
variation,
Hellpods.
you know. Theoretically, if I shoot them from far enough away with this gun, they shouldn't be detecting it. Unfortunately, I already know it's not going to go the way I planned with it. But it'll be interesting. Get that. Get our quasar. Get our anti-friendship door. Are you going to be the best choice, Gatling gun? On the one hand, it does have the incineration core, so if it has a mix of the two, Gatling Sentry would be good. But if it's going to be all Devastator, like the last time they had a Devastator Sturge, it was like sometimes more Devastators, and it was literally every unit in the map spawned as a Devastator. It was wild. So if they never fix that, then it would make more sense for me to go with either the autocannon or the rocket sentry, because both of those can do the anti-tank action. So let's go with the autocannon this time instead of my normal minigun action. We'll keep the extraction pilot, because as much as I like running, cutting that friggin' extraction timer down is such a nice feeling. I should really go. I'm sure somebody has mods to make all the music different music. I should go in there and try to find some of those mods so I can have at least some variety in there. Like instead of the old blah 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 blah, let's start me out with some like Mick Gordon or something. Really get me in the mood for democratically showing these guys what's up.
Deploying support weapon.
It looks like you will in fact tell me where things are on the map, so that's nice. I am going to default myself to my sidearm for now, because that way I accidentally pull the trigger on something up close. I don't nuke myself from orbit with that sniper rifle. Super creds! Reinforcement pods.
Found something.
Hey. Bullets. Grenades. More super credits. Love it, love it, love it. That's some real nice high ground up there. If I go up there, I might be able to snipe a lot of the spawners without having to move.
There's something here.
Hi-ya!
Oh,
Oh, metals. I can't use metals. I saw a blinky light up here. Well, my map isn't telling me there's a point of interest up there. Was I being lied to when I looked up here? Or is it just way further off than I thought? The angle is off from what I thought.
dropping a pin.
Or just some points of interest are actually displayed? I don't know, it's weird. What do I got you set to for zoom? 200. That's good.
Found something.
More super creds. We are be rewarded for picking this mission. Yes, sirree. Yeah, let's go deal with some of these tango nests. Shall we? Oh, friendship door right down there. Oh, the sun came out over the horizon to illuminate me upon my glorious crusade against the clanker kind. One of these days, I'm going to have to not say stuff like that because it'll be considered hate speech. Look, it's not my fault. I'm supposed to be a bad guy. I'm a Helldiver. They just engrave it into us with democratic ink. Space fascism is in our blood. Ooh, fire dudes. They were both onto me, but not onto me. I am stealthed in this bush. You see nothing. Come on, go catch up with your friends. They're going to leave you behind. You won't get any of the Cyber Burger King. Fucking Clanker King. That was wild. They were making a beeline straight for me.
Outpost cleared.
That's what I blew off right there. Okay. Stealthing up a storm. It would appear that the distribution is normal incendiary core over devastators, but
Something here.
makes me feel a little silly perhaps for bringing the big old cannon of a sniper rifle, especially with my track record of killing myself with it, but it's all part of the fun.
Attacking map.
Main objective near your position. objective critical stratagem available. Sending down sentry.
Ah! Ah! Where did those guys come from? Why did those guys come from?
Freedom has prevailed. Now head to the extraction point.
Outpost destroyed.
Dropping a pin.
I see a friendship door.
Found something.
Yep. Super creds.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Found something.
More super creds. Yeah, this planet is loving us. Thank you, planet, for showing us such a good time.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Administering freedom.
I'd like to taste of freedom.
Glorious.
Right on target.
Let's see, right over there is a thing. Right there is a thing. Reinforcement pods, it says over here.
Found something.
Not entirely sure why we consider that reinforcement pods instead of a minor point of interest until we've looked at it, but either way, we'll take it. And we've got our bonus objective in here. Alright, let's see what we can do here, shall we?
Mag's empty!
Wow. Taking 2 of those things to the face. Alright, 3rd time's a charm. It was, in fact, the 3rd one that was the charm. There's a whole mess of dudes coming from over there, though, so we gotta be stealthy inside of here.
Tactical asset nearby.
Nothing to see here. Beep boop, beep boop. 101. I'm just a little robot too. I'm just making sure those evil flesh bags don't get to us by turning on the surface to air missiles. Yeah. The flesh bags. Ooh, I almost ran straight into those guys because my phone went off. I looked sideways to see what it went off about. That could have been spicy.
Dropping a pin.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Oh, there's so many dudes just streaming through over there. Alright, we'll have to go around the other side of this base if I want to avoid them all. Stem addiction, addiction to stems. Keeps you running fast on all the whims. Do Super Earth proud. Use your packet of stems today.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Alright. My spot to hang out. Ooh, that was close. That was really close. He was like right there. Oh my. I take my eyes off the screen to answer a thing. Phone, you are trying to get me murdered, aren't you?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
God, my legs look so wet. So wet and muddy.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. This is Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I have a really long camera. I know it's fine, but when did you fall out?
Today you've carved another foot in a long
Ba 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 ba. Now that one was a little bit spicier than usual, but this is my play style when I'm here searching for super credits. One man waging a war against the autonomous evil. Or whatever. Just one little guy going out of his way to pick up pocket change. I mean, really, it's like, oh look, $10. Oh look, $10, you know? Being a Helldiver pays so well.
You secured a lot of samples. Well done.
Alright, we're going to switch away from that hat because we don't really like that. Oh, yeah, you know what? Oh, I got a little stealthy hat. Okay. I think we'll leave it on... I think we'll leave it on this gun still, because this gun does deal with those big guys really good. Although, like I could use a shotgun, but this guy's meant to go range, so he's probably going to be a lot better than if I use one of the shotguns. But the shotguns I can use up point blank. So if it gets spicy from like one of the other dudes, like that guy there, but he's only medium armor penetration. Like all of them are medium penetration except for him. So I guess we'll just keep using the eruptor for now. While we
have
steal
nearly
stuff
freed a
from this
the
planet.
Earth. Your presence could decide its fate.
Our city burns. We must rescue it.
Terminate illegal broadcast. It's kind of a small area though. Am I going to be able to get a bunch of stupers off of that? That was a bit of a wider area. That might work nicer.
Coordinates locked. Hellpod Prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Oh,
Orbit synchronized.
crack! There goes my back. That. I guess auto cannon probably kind of worked good there, but I don't feel like I had enough of the big guys that was really much of an issue. I mean, I could also go with the laser thing. That's got a heavy armor penetration. Downside there is it likes to shoot drop pods and burn itself off. Oh well, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Hellpod launch initiated.
In, out, like the wind. We were never there. I'm slouching down my door. I gotta stop doing that. Gotta get the posture.
Let our enemies
Oh,
choke upon their
hello, dead man.
territorial ambitions.
Sending down equipment package. Deploying support weapon.
Well, it looks like we are in fact gonna have labels on here.
Tagging map.
Good. We love having labels on things. Makes searching for all them super credits a lot easier.
Outpost cleared.
You know, with a straight on shot in one of those factories, I could probably take it out with the sniper, because the sniper does explosive.
Dropping a pin. Tagging map.
And we'll go down there first. Motor in.
There's something here. Fire in the hole.
Requisition. Requisition. Oh, 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 we're stuck. Dive, dive, dive. When you're stuck, dive it out.
Dropping a pin.
If you're stuck, I don't care what. Dive, dive, dive.
Found something.
What's in here? Ugh, metals. Other quality of life features. Let you transmute normal monies into metals or super credits, or metals into normal monies or super credits.
Tagging map.
Oh my. The excitement levels might not be high with stealth mission, but tension gets up there pretty good.
There's something here.
The old weed farm. Super crads.
Dropping a pin.
Outpost destroyed.
Found something.
Honk, 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 honk.
Tagging map. Fire in the hole.
Double stack of metals. Oh boy. Oh, come on, there we go.
Outpost destroyed.
There's something
So
here.
anyways, I started blasting. Requisitions. We're not a huge requisitions person, but you know, every now and then we buy some upgrades or a color pattern for a weapon.
Found something.
But realistically speaking, most of my time is spent here on easy mode, where I'm not really getting an absolute monstrous amount of experience for said weapons, so there isn't a whole lot of leveling to do with buying stuff.
Dropping a pin.
But every now and then. Goodbye, broadcast.
Freedom triumphs over tyranny once more. The
Tagging map.
extraction shuttle awaits your request.
Got a group of dudes heading this way. I'll just go around. One way or another. What did I just see over there? I must have saw a background laser strike or something, 'cause there's no flippy over there. One way or another, I'm gonna avoid you. I'm gonna slip right by your friggin' robot face. The only reason you'll know I was here is all your stuff is gonna be broke. All the super creds are stolen. All the spawners blown up. Now, if you got a bunch of people playing, and the goal is just to have some fun, usually the higher difficulties is where it's at, because that's where shit goes, you know, bottoms up real quick. It's just chaos, and chaos is fun when you have friends. What am I staring at? I'm staring at a broken base. Okay. I see a radar dish over there. Alright, so we'll go around and up to the radar dish, clean that out.
Extraction when ready.
I don't see any big guy at the radar dish, so I think we can just go in there and clean it with our pistol. Oh, there's a big guy, just as I said it.
Tactical asset nearby.
Ooh, there's a whole pack of dudes right there that I didn't even see. God dang flashlight. You're supposed to be off. I'm gonna have to check my settings to see if they did something to screw that up. And it's not like I can take the flashlight attachment off of the pistol because you can't alter the pistols. Options. What is that even under? Mouse and keyboard? No. Accessibility? No. HUD? That's comfort and stuff. Must be gameplay then, right? Remember aim mode per weapon. Remember weapon functions. Yes. So then why are you not doing your job and remembering the actual function setting?
Mission map updated.
Here comes the cavalry.
Outpost destroyed.
And then you can see on the map where the bad guys then immediately peeled off to where I was, despite the bomb going off in a different direction from where I was. And stuff like that is just stupid. You don't see me throw the bomb. You don't see the bomb drop in the case of those guys, but you're going to identify exactly where I am after having run away when I threw it.
attacking map.
Extraction is available.
Okay, it looks like the dudes may have finally stopped chasing after me. For now. So let's continue on our path. Another stack of supers, love to see it. Right up here we got another thing. Yeah, some reloads, don't need any of that. And then there's our tasty little morsel that's supposed to be over here somewhere. Oh, Mr. Building. Is this spawner? We're gonna give you a nice little ballistic surprise as well.
Freedom.
Outpost clear.
Dropping a pin.
Time to go home. Oh man, the weather on this planet is Jurassic Park as hell. Like just any second. Dun, 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 dun. It's a frickin' Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then we join up in glorious cooperative action and we start shooting and chopping on all the robots, and I'm riding the T-Rex with the one true flag and shouting democratic liberty things. And then the game crashes because the mods didn't interact well. I'm so imaginative. Alright. Call in our ship friend.
Shuttle inbound.
Oh, look at that. I would have even made myself safe from the rain in my little hiding spot.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
And then we wait for the pelican to come down from the skies and pick us up so that we can go back up into the sky.
Liberty returns, locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. You know, Pelican, it only takes Eagle 1
ETA T-minus 30
like
seconds.
8 seconds to get here. What's your excuse? You don't even have to have like targeting coordinates for a bomb drop or anything. You literally just have to leave the bay and drop down. I need
ETA T-minus
an
10
electromagnetic
seconds.
launch ramp installed in my ship, my big old Sky Devastator guy, so I can just rocket him out in like half the time that it takes him to come down here.
On the extraction zone. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Took you long enough, Pelican.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
We're out here being stealthy, but you don't have to be so stealthy. You're the end point. You're the relief point. Use some of them thrusters to get down here faster. Pull some G's. Just come down with the pod. And then, like, I'll hop in the pod, and we can just, like, you can just launch the pod down from the ship. So they blam, and I can get in the pod, and it'll go poof and shoot up. And then Eagle 1 can come in and grab it like it's a bomb, and then we can just go back up. See? I got it all figured out. Accuracy is still poo-poo. What are we at? We're at 1540 for our super creds. That ain't bad. That's enough for like one standard pass plus some extra bits from the store, because somewhere down the line, them being geniuses and the community also being just as much of a genius, decided to go with a smaller pass where a third of it gets put in the store and we're okay with it. Sad times. 778, 888, 853, 628, 562, 788. Difference in metal cost. Like, it's never the same. It doesn't make any real sense. Servants of Freedom, 598. Right? Armor set 1. And by armor set, you get back thing, you get the armor, you get the helmet, you get the cape. That's an armor set, right? So you have one armor set there. You have one armor set there. So that's two things, 2 armor sets. Third armor set is in the store if you want it. You don't get it from the pass. You have your super creds. Each one always tends to come with the super cred, you know, refund, if you will. 1 gun, 1 sidearm, 1 grenade, 1 stratagem. And then, of course, the pose and that. That entire thing is 598. Then we come up here to this one. Armor set, super credits all the way around, a grenade, a booster, a stratagem, sidearm, primary. So that one, you know, grenade, stratagem, last page, right? Grenade, stratagem. The only difference is this one's got a booster in it, which makes you have 6 things in the last page instead of 5 things in the last page. And you go from 598 to 663 medals that you got to spend on that pass. Meanwhile, over here, stratagem, grenade, booster, armor set, primary, secondary, 641 medals, which is different than all 3 of those. Like, it's an inconsistency with the metal costs here. And of course you get the Force of Law, which is just padding things out with color skins for your vehicles. Otherwise, it's still pretty much, you've got armor set, you've got armor set. This one comes with an emote there, and an extra emote there, and an extra emote here, except for that one you could consider the normal emote. Still got the stratagem, still got the grenade, still got the secondary, still got the primary. Primary is there. Actually, no, this one did not come with a secondary, now that I think about it. It came with a different stratagem, so it's got the 2 stratagems in it. The 1 booster, the 1 grenade, and a whole bunch of colors. And then the secondary for this path, as well as the heavy set, is all in the store. So, like, if you wanted to see that, you would have to go to the store and find the Force of Law. So, again, the armor set, helmet, armor, cape, background thing, and then also the gun in the store. And, of course, all of that ends up costing just about as much as the pass. Then you go down here. Well, I feel like we need this. We really need a normal warbond. Like the starting warbond, where it's like 10 pages deep of just stuff. like stuff every single page. It's 10 different sets of armor in there. I mean, give or take, some of it is very samey. Some of it is like the same abilities or whatever, but still at least 10 different armor sets in there. Cape, head, background, torso piece. There's like a gun on every page. Like a primary weapon on like every single page. Some of them even have like over here you get like a secondary. Over there you got a grenade. That one gives you like the booster on it. That one has another booster. Like that one, I feel like if you were to spend $10 on that, you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Steel Veterans is 3 pages, but you get all of the armor sets in it for Steel Veterans, you know. Even though, yes, if we go to the Superstore and we go back far enough, oh, no, the Steel Veterans one didn't have that. Okay, I was going to say, I swear there was an old one in here. The Viper Commandos is the first one that started peeling off their armor in there. And then you would just get like other armors that weren't necessarily in the set, so to speak, in there, you know? That's the way to do it. Put all the stuff that fits with the pass into the pass. Same thing here. The anti-electrical damage one. 3 armors, you know? That's what I like to see. That's where I feel like I'm getting my bang for my buck. And there, 3 armors. Polar Patriots, again, 3 armors in there. And these ones don't even necessarily match when it comes to like what they do either. Like that one, you got the throw range and the limb health. That one's like stealth scouting oriented. That one's just explosive resistance and recoil reduction. Like theme-wise, it doesn't even follow the same theme of the armor. But you're at least getting 3 armors in it. And then you get the Viper Commandos, where it's like 1 armor, 2 armor. We're going to replace your armors with color schemes for your vehicles. I'd rather the color schemes for the vehicles be in the store, and I actually have to, you know, earn all of the armors from the past personally. But in the long run, I guess it really doesn't matter that much, because not like you can't just grind out all the super credits to get everything anyways. It just felt better getting all of the theme of that thing into the pass. Getting all of, like, you know, this one's the fire theme, so all the fire resistant armor and all the fire damage weapons like the fire shotgun and the fire flamethrower and the fire flamethrower pistol and the napalm grenades. Are you in here, napalm grenades? No, you were a separate thing, weren't you? Yeah, you were a separate thing. But that's where it's like, to me, if you're going for theming, that's what you want to do. Put that stuff in there. And then you get to like exo experts, where it's like you can run and slide better. And you get a missile pistol and a submachine gun. Like, nothing about that pass really feels like, outside of the 2 stratagems that give you the extra mechs, feels like it's mech oriented. But after it got pointed out that they were going more for like a what's that one mech game that everybody always wishes was around, and they were making another one, but they haven't made anything with it since 2. It turned into Apex, Titanfall. There we go. I think it's Titanfall themed. At which point, okay, yeah, I kind of see what the armor's going for then, with like the sliding and the theoretically faster movement, even though it doesn't really feel like it's all that faster whenever I use it. So, like, you know, at that point, okay, yeah, I see it. I see what you're going with. It's just, you named it Exo Expert, so I thought we were going to have a lot of exosuit-orientated stuff, like, you know, maybe a repair kit or something that we had in the old game. Because there was a Helldivers 1, in case you couldn't tell from Helldivers 2 being the name of this one. Whereas, like, Entrenched Division, that one's pretty well on point for its, like, World War I style theme. Like, all the armor's kind of a little bit more vivided and thick. You get a shovel. Things have, like, a submachine gun with a flamethrower. A grenade that's literally just, like, 3 or 4 grenades taped together. Gas mortar, because, you know, gas. Also, that's a very World War II looking outfit. Same thing with like the up kind of filtered hat and stuff. The gun is straight up like a classy like Mauser or one of those Bergman style guns, except for it shoots like, you know, gyro assisted rocket rounds. But flamethrower, that's pretty trench warfare. That pass makes great sense. The Redacted Regiment, totally on point with that stuff. Armor that makes it harder to see you and harder to hear you. All of the weaponry is like silenced weapons. Although the Re-Educator is just kind of a dart gun that's kind of whatever, but... And, you know, even the concealed insertions, like it'll pop out smokes when you land your pod in to break line of sight or whatever. A mine that lures people in, or a C4 pack so you can set up a whole bunch of explosions at once and just let her rip. Real on point. Works great. Dust Devils is basically just Dune. Had the Coyote. Everybody loved the Coyote. Then they kind of nerfed the fire damage, and people don't like the Coyote as well. It's still not horrible in my book, but... I don't know. A napalm expendable rocket launcher that almost feels like it belongs with the earlier done fire themed outfit, since this one's just kind of got a cluster grenade, it's got a silo missile, it's got a spear gun with gas attached to it. Like, it kind of feels a little bit grab baggy. Armor wise, it definitely evokes to me a lot of Dune. So I don't know if maybe I'm just not connecting the dots with some of the Dune related gear or something, but of course Python Commandos is very much looking at being, look, we're like aliens. You know, it doesn't look like a pulse rifle, but it's an assault rifle with an underslung. The helmets all kind of evoke it with the bandanas and stuff like that. Armor also to some extent evokes the Space Marines. Not so much the chainsaw. Minigun, yeah, I mean, it's not a smart gun, but it's kind of the same vein. Of course, the Halo one's on point with Halo because it's Halo. And the Killzone one's on point with Killzone because it's Killzone. Although you can't customize their weaponry at all, which is sort of a missed opportunity because... I feel like you could still make it so that you can customize those things and it would still feel like the weaponry and stuff from the game to some extent. Like, you could do a magazine tube or something on the shotgun. But, I mean, I get it. You know, you're working within the bounds of a license at that point. It's just sad that they don't have any real customizability to play with, so unless you're just really built on I love the Halo shotgun, you're probably going to use the other shotguns. Control group, if you're ever looking to buy a specific one and you're a solo player like myself, control group is great because that's where the teleport backpack comes from. And the teleport backpack says, ha, not today, to every single thing that hides super credits that requires a second person. So, you know, that's a great one. The rest of the stuff is, I mean, whatever. Variable is neat because it's super duper accurate. It's basically a laser beam except for bullets. I'm not a great user of the Epoch. A lot of people have had good luck with the Epoch. It's just, I haven't. I do like a lot of the armor designs, especially like the helmets. That strikes me very like high tech. I can't remember the specific name designation of the like Air Force helmet. There's like one really fancy sci-fi looking pilot helmet that they have for some of the newer jets and stuff, and it looks kind of like that to me. Laser turret, which usually just overheats itself and explodes before it does a lot of work, but still neat. Grenades that can tase people. So, you know, still worth it in my book for the Warp Backpack, because I do a lot of solo play. Forces of Law. The I am a Judge Dredd fan, or just generalized police fan. Theoretically, a lot of less than lethal stuff. The pacifier has stun on it. I mean, technically, it still murders things. It's just out of the assault rifles, it's not exactly packing a very good damage ratio, but it can stun things. And if I remember right, it's medium pen. Yeah, and it's medium pen, so it's got that going for it. The de-escalator taser grenade launcher is in there. Tasing people when you drop out of your pod is in there. The K9 unit that tases people. And of course a grenade that also does some tasey stuff. It's sticky. And one of the best color schemes if you ask me, because it's all blue and gold. And I love blue and I love gold. Armor's okay against some things. Like, it's alright against bots because there's a lot of explosive damage and it prevents bleeding if your chest hemorrhages. So that can be kind of neat. Masters of Ceremony. The armor's alright to some extent because it gives you a little bit of a melee damage boost, but you can reload better and there's a 50% chance that your limbs don't get broken. But also not like the greatest stuff. The amendment is better than the Constitution, but still not the greatest thing out there. The saber's okay, but melee in this game is kind of hit or miss. And if you're not wearing the melee armor, most of the time I would wager a miss unless it's the explosive sledgehammer. Sample scanner is very nice if you're on the higher difficulties, because 15% chance every time you pick up a sample to double the number of samples you pick up. Great for super samples. Those like ultra rare unobtainium style ones. It's got the one true flag in there for what that's worth. Borderline justice if you want to pretend you're a cop, or the Mandalorian, because a lot of the armor plates feel very Mandalorian to me. See, it's got like that kind of Mando look to it. But it also gives you the Deadeye medium armor penetrating lever action rifle. Lever action's cool. And the Talon, which is like a nice medium armor heavy hitter laser pistol. And I mean, sample extractors, I found out it's just common samples, so that's useless at this point. There's so many ways you can easily get common samples in a mission that being able to get 10 extra common samples by killing large enemies just doesn't seem worth it. If it was high-end samples, like rares or the ultra rares, even if it was like dependent on the mission type you did, yeah, totally cool. Be able to get 10 more super samples by killing like big dudes, that'd be worth it for sure. But no, just common. Servants of Freedom has some cool helmets, and it's got the nuke pistol. Most of it is oriented towards you dying at some point, like the Hellbomb backpack. Seeker Mine is kind of cool. Little grenade guy. Armor is great if you like martyrdom. Urban Legends. Cool passives, because it increases the reload speed and all of your normal ammo capacity. So like any of your primary secondaries that have ammos, it increases it. So that's kind of neat. Again, the stun lance is a melee weapon. They're not super awesome in my book. You can get a directional shield, which is kind of like the energy version. It's like a more directed energy bubble kind of shield, so you can use it one-handed weapons and kind of help defend your friends a little bit from some fire. Flame turret. I do like my flame turret, although he can be just as much of a menace to you as any other turret. The resupply pods having armor is whatever, or gun, I should say, is okay. The anti-tank emplacement on some of the maps, like we've been doing some of those maps where you just have that wide open field. And if you have that wide open field, that anti-tank emplacement is amazing, because you can just clean the entire map of like all of the spawners with no cooldown or anything on that one thing. Against dudes, it's okay. The biggest downside to the entire anti-tank emplacement is this emplacement, so you can't move, and once you put it down, you got to wait for that cooldown before you can summon it again. And, you know, 154 seconds is a little while. But if you're fighting a lot of heavy-duty dudes and stuff, it's a wonderful thing for sure. Truth Enforcers. It's got some durable armor into it. It's got a shotgun that has medium penetration or stun rounds into it. The armor is mostly kind of just, you don't flinch and you have higher armor rating. You can also generate the radar scans with your markers or whatever, but mostly it's that higher armor value, I think, that a lot of people, and the design of it, that people are going to want from it. Very commissary. The plasma pistol is kind of neat. I've had some good luck with that sometimes. The Reprimand is a very hard-hitting medium armor penetration submachine gun, but it's two-handed instead of one-handed. The new one that came out, way less damage per hit, but one-handed, so you can use it like a submachine gun. Of course, Black, Red, and Skulls, always the thing that people are going to be fans of. I should note, ignore armor colors. Like, this armor is actually white, not black. I'm using a mod that changes all of the colors to be the default Helldiver colors so that it all matches. Because it drives me nuts that I might like a helmet, but I can't wear it because the green conflicts with the red of the armor and shit like that. Chemical Agents Warbond, I mean, honestly, I would say that's a hard skip. It might be harsh to say, but I would totally give it a hard skip. I mean, all the stuff is just resistance to gas damage, which most of the bad guys are going to use like acid damage, not gas damage. So it's kind of just future-proofing against yourself. And the gas damage itself from the weapons really doesn't feel like it does anything. Like the sterilizer definitely doesn't. I don't think sterilizer does damage at all. It just confuses and slows things. So, I mean, it's okay, but I really don't feel like it murders things. And I mean, it shows it killing somebody in this. Like, when you're looking at it right there, this one dude is just like, blah. But I have never had much luck with using that thing as a weapon. The stim pistol is cool because you can heal your friends from far away. So that's kind of neat. The dog breath can be useful. I mean, again, it's doing that same kind of caustic thing, which I think caustic is supposed to reduce armor values or something. I don't know if it actually does. I don't use it enough to make it worthwhile to check. But the fact that it slows things down with the dog breath is handy because it gives you a moment to notice something is there and avoid its attacks. But outside of that, man, I don't really use anything in this pass, like, ever. I don't feel like it's that worth it. Freedom's Flame, pretty good if you like burning things, because flamethrower, pistol flamethrower. Did the backpack flamethrower come from this? No, the backpack flamethrower did not come from this. That was just like a standalone thing, I think. But then the armor, of course, 75% resistance to fire, so it keeps you alive when your own stuff lights you on fire. Viper Commandos, if you want to be able to run melee stuff, it's handy. Arguably, it looks cool. I think it looks cool. The less drag on weapon movement is largely not going to apply to like any of the weapons that are in this pass because they're all like light and pretty maneuverable. Where it comes into play is like if you order like a heavy machine gun or something, then that lag from when you move it to when it's actually pointing to where you want it to gets reduced. So then it's handy. So for folks that like to use like the heavy machine gun or the normal machine gun or any of those kind of heavier weapons, DMRs also affected by the weapon drag. So if you like melee and reducing that, these are working great. It doesn't do anything for like your recoil or anything like that, but it'll help with that regard. Weaponry is kind of whatever. I mean, I've used Liberator Carbine a bunch, but it is light armor pen. And the recoil on it is a little bit whack because of the high rate of fire. I don't really use the bushwhacker at all. It's just a light penetrating hand shotgun. And I don't really use the knives instead of grenades, mainly because they can't break doors, and that's my purpose for grenades, is breaking doors. I don't know how this turned into me reviewing all of the battle passes, but here we are. Polar Patriots, it's got the plasma gun in it, which is kind of nice. It's got the Desert Eagle in it, which is nice if you prefer something magazine fed that still has, you know, good armor penetration values. It has the Tenderizer, which is really good for light armor rifles if you're into that kind of thing. It also has the Pummeler, which is a stunning one-handed submachine gun, which is nice. Armor-wise, it's all across the board with its stuff. Motivational shocks, nobody cares about. That's where the fire grenade is. Yeah, that's where the fucking napalm is. The incendiary impact grenade. Glass jar of doom. Democratic demolition gives you access to the Educator, which is a wonderful, just kind of baseline medium armor penetrating rifle. It gives you the thermite grenade, which is wonderful against heavy targets because it does absurd amounts of damage, 2,000, and it sticks to them, so they're not going to get away from it if you throw it and it hits them. It also has the Eruptor, which is incredibly tiny in its picture for no apparent reason. I mean, the Educator fills it up, so I don't know why the Eruptor is so tiny. I've been using this one in the past couple of missions. It's got, like, the only thing that's heavy armor penetrating, really. That's a primary weapon. It also explodes, so it can shred people around it. I have bad luck because I constantly use it at point-blank range on accident and blow myself up. But for the people that like it, they really like it. It's also kind of very bolt-action feeling because your guy is working it and every time. So people that like bolt actions, it's a lot more useful than the freaking Constitution is. This is also where my extraction cooldown thing comes in, which I'm using. It also has a crossbow if you like to be quieter with your explosions, and a grenade pistol, which is a great backup for closing bug holes. And of course the armor is anti-explosive sort of stuff, so. Or also, it's like grenades. Increased grenades for the ones that don't do the explosive resistance, like both of those ones. But the heavy armor is like, yeah, we'll give you the explosive resistance. Cutting Edge, if you like lasers, this is your new home. It gives you the laser beam gun. I think, right? Isn't the laser beam gun in here as well? No, it gives you a laser beam pistol. It actually gives you the, like, pulse laser. The one that actually... The sickle is pew 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 laser, not beam laser. Must be the beam laser, it's just a default thing. Then, of course, the armor gives you electrical resistance, so you don't kill yourself when you use electrical guns like the arc shotgun. Although, funnily enough, the electrical armor is more useful to your friends than you when you're shooting your own electrical guns. Also, the plasma Punisher shotgun style deal guy. So, you know, cool looking armor. Steel Veterans is one of the OG ones. That's a lot of friggin' throw distance stuff, increasing throw range and limb health. Also gives you the Jar Dominator, which I love the Jar Dominator. It's basically this game's version of a bolt gun. I have issues where sometimes it looks like it should be hitting something and it just doesn't for some reason. I would like to assume it's a me thing, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, another fire shotgun and the OG fire grenade, fuse timer style. Also a concussive stagger dudes kind of submachine gun, and everybody's favorite sidearm, the Senator, because it's heavy armor penetrating and it's a revolver, so you can reload it one at a time or with a clip. It's wonderful. Of course, the Helldivers Mobilize has an absolute crap ton of stuff into it. Redacted is for if you like stealth, like me. If you like explosions or a laser shotgun, the Siege Breakers is a good spot for you because it has the explosive sledgehammer, so you can just run up to dudes and one-tap them with that. The laser shotgun's actually pretty good. Not the most accurate thing, but pretty good. Also has the Leveler, which is the shoulder-mounted call-in version of the hand nuke. Of course, your armor is interesting because it gives you higher armor, but when you take damage, you get stamina back. So, like, you can run longer if you're getting shot, and you have higher armor rating. So it's an interesting combination. Maybe not the most useful thing ever, but a call-in throwable, or actually, no, that's not a call-in. That's a throwable shield grenade. So you can just boop, bubble shield, Halo style. Backpack-fed grenade launcher, if you like the grenade launcher, but you don't like taking time to reload magazines. But realistically speaking, it is just the call-in grenade launcher with a backpack ammo feed. We went over the entrenched, kind of went over exo experts. A whole lot of things. I feel like a lot of people... Control group is great because of the backpack, so if you're playing solo, you don't need a friend to get into doors, which is great for earning super credits. And then I also very much like the Redacted Regiment because I like to just stealth around the map, because as soon as you get dug into a fight, chances are you're going to be permanently stuck into a fight, especially at the higher difficulty levels. And I'm much more of the sneak off and not get into a fight so I don't have to deal with that nonsense at all kind of person. Otherwise, it's going to largely go with what you like to do, you know. Python Commandos, if you like the melee things, Python Commandos is wonderful because 40% increase on your melee damage, but also you're more resistant to being knocked prone, so your dude gets staggered way less. Otherwise, it really just kind of comes down to looking into the things and seeing what you like. And then, of course, everything past the one, Exo Experts, armor set, you know, head, cape, background piece, normal armor. It's got the same thing, the whole running and sliding thing, as what's in the past that you bought, but you got to buy it separately. 125 for the helmet, 100 for the cape, 35 for that. I think it was like 150 or so for the armor piece. So by itself, you're looking at like 500 to 700 super credits. Almost as much as what you paid to get 2 armors and other stuff in the past, which is why it feels so shitty that they do that. Trench Division, same thing, except for the medium armor penetrating single reload shotgun is in a store. Because why wouldn't it be? Redacted Regiment, again, stealth armor. Weirdly, this one is not a heavy stealth armor. It is also a light armor, so there's technically 2. One that you get in the past that doesn't look like this, and then this one that you can buy separately. And then the rest of the normal armor stuff. Head, cape, background piece. Weirdest move I've ever seen, a smoke grenade for 300 super credits. When you start off with like a smoke grenade, like you have a smoke grenade for free that you didn't even have to pay for. Why am I paying $300 for this smoke grenade? You know? What are you? On drugs? The Double Freedom, double barrel action shotgun. People love this thing because it pumps out some good damage and tears things up with its medium armor penetration. I don't tend to use it that much myself, but I know people like it. And of course, if you want that body armor to finish the set of 3, the Dust Devils armor set, it's the light armor if I remember right, and also Machete, which I swear to God, it used to be heavy armor penetrating, then they did this pass on all the melee weapons, now they're all like medium armor penetrating with just a difference in attack speed and damage. Which is like, man, if I'm getting up close, I would rather have something that's heavy armor penetrating because, you know, it's dicey up there. Judge Dredd and his full heavy-duty armor and the gun that can actually be guided its bullets towards people. That's a pistol. That's all in there. Control group, just the armor set and an emote. So, if you like that armor set, cool. Same thing with the Masters of Ceremony, just an armor set. Same thing with War Horses, which doesn't technically have its own war bond. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing it at some point, though, because they gave it its own fancy little label up there. This is really the equivalent of just medium armor that has siege ready on it, which was missing. Borderline Justice has the light armor for you being a cop with this secondary stuff. It basically just finishes off the kit that's in there. Also gives you the draw emote. Servants of Freedom, Martyr suit, and a hatchet, which again, medium armor, just different swing and damage. Urban Legends gives you the Urban Legend armor and a stun baton, which different swing speed and damage, but also has the stun of the stun lance. Truth Enforcers, same thing, just an armor set. Chemical Agents, 2 armor sets. I do really enjoy how the Field Chemist looks, but again, resistance to gas damage does me no real good when I'm the only person that's doing gas damage. Likewise with the lockdown, gas damage. I did buy the helmet because it is a cool helmet. Even without the unified colors, it still looks great. Freedom's Flame, you got 2 armors in there. Again, fire resistance damage is their thing. Viper Commandos, it's just 2 armors in there. Which it's the Viper Commandos set, you know, peak physique over on this one. And then this one is just like a gorilla, because they thought that was hysterical. And then it's just like a grab bag of armors throughout the rest of it. But, you know, a lot of the armors are 250 up, 150. That one's 400. So, like, you know, the armor cost goes nuts depending on which armor it is. So you can see why somebody wouldn't want to have to spend like almost 1,000 super credits to get just 1 page of a battle pass when they can spend 1,000 to get a battle pass that gives them 3 times that much stuff. But oddly, nobody complained about it when they switched, so it's going to probably be stuck like this forever. And with how Arrowhead's been going, I wouldn't be surprised if they start putting stratagems like mechs and stuff in there. Alright, well, Matar has been pretty good for us, so let's go get some more super creds.
You have served democracy well.
That's a decent sized map right there. Ah, big yawn. I've slumped down in my chair again. Can't help it. I just keep doing it to get comfortable. Let's start here. That might put us in visual of those other 2 spots. Bring you, bring you, I'll bring you. And I guess for shits and giggles, just bring the laser that we did deploy last time. If I do my job really well as a stealth person, I shouldn't need most of my call-in summons. Theoretically, if I'm playing in a group, it could still be super handy, because even with my stealth stuff, things are going to happen. There's going to be dudes, and the higher difficulty you go, it starts having dudes at points of interest as well.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
I'll wait for that to come down. Yep, it looks like our points of interest are going to be on the map. That's great.
Outpost cleared.
There's a blankie right in between these 2 bad guy spawns. Let's take out this bad guy spawn.
Outpost cleared.
And apparently made a more violent noise than the laser cannon did, because they definitely keyed into me shooting that thing.
Found something.
Good learning experience. Lasers are quieter, apparently, than a full-on big old sniper rifle. Must be something on this planet that's giving me a benefit of having all of my ammo loadouts at start, because I shouldn't have full ammo, but here I am. And that, sir, is what you get for investigating things. You would never survive a horror movie. Who the hell are you, and why are you just standing up here?
Found something!
And you're just not going to address that that second shot deflected off of his arm and just didn't really hurt him at all. We're going to ignore that for our own sanity levels.
Dropping a pin.
Primarily, if for no other reason, because I should have landed that headshot and I was just such a bad shot that I didn't. And if we address the second shot deflecting off, we have to also address the fact that I was such a horrible shot that I needed a second shot in the first place. So we're going to just leave all of that into the wind and pretend none of it actually happened. And move on. Ah, requisition slips. Come on, game. Why you doing me like this, bruh?
Tagging map.
We want the super creds. If I get to 2,000, maybe I'll spend a bunch on stuff that I don't need and work at finishing off things I don't have in the superstore.
Here.
Which is one of those things where I'm always like, I should definitely do. Why are you blinking as a question mark?
Tactical asset nearby.
Oh, I see why it's blinking as a question mark now. Alright, we gotta try to do this in a way that's not gonna get us. There we go. There we go. Why are you... It's a flat rock right there, brother. Why are you sliding off of it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, as we were trying to do, are we at max zoom? We're at max zoom. Okay, we really thought that that was going to draw Stupid out so that we could also cap him with this, but it would appear that that is not the case. He's just coming this way because he knows where I am. Fair, fair.
Outpost destroyed.
Oops. There we go.
Dropping a pin.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of things down there that I missed. Oh, man.
Liberty dispensed.
Ooh, the flamethrower just came running up in there at Mach 10 looking for me. No, sir. I don't feel like getting any hotter today. We like being nice and comfy. You can keep that fire-throwing device to yourself.
Found something. Fire in the hole.
Alright, we've got a super cred. It's always just like pure disappointment whenever you go ahead and you get
Tagging map.
a requisition before super cred, because then you see that plus 100 and you're like, oh, plus 100. But it's always just the requisitions being
There's something here.
mean. Well, since we got an ammo box here, let's go ahead and reload all this stuff. Got a common sample, and we can wiggle our way all the way back up there, because there's nothing else over there. Now, there's a bunch of stuff over there, but I don't want to go that wide. That'll be like a clean off the top and work our way down sort of situation. Running through the grasslands. Oh, Eon. Oh, goodness, the sun just came out in game.
Main objective near your position. Objective critical stratagem available. Deploying sentry.
Ooh, hiccup. Oops. I missed. That guy tried to shoot off a missile when he was falling dead? Is that what just happened over there? Oh, it's the SAM site. The SAM site took that second one down. I forgot I even had that SAM site up, to be honest with you.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Freedom triumphs over tyranny once more. The extraction shuttle awaits your request.
Tagging map.
Outpost destroyed.
Oh, who did that shot at, huh?
Found something.
Somebody just tried to clip me, and I don't know who. It was awful rude, though. Run, run to my end.
something.
Gonna have ourselves a good time. Oh, boom. Metal there, metal there. Gotta get these common samples and metals at this point, but
Dropping a
Let's go
pin.
blow this guy up before we get too far out of the way.
Outpost destroyed.
Tagging map.
Alright, we got point of interest way yonder.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Found something. Fire in the hole.
Clunk clunk. Metal and a sniper. Is there another? Yeah, there it is down
Dropping
there.
a pin.
So I know there's another point of interest down here somewhere. When I was flailing around earlier. Oh, it looks like a friendship door. I can't be held
here.
back. I have future technology. Double supers. No, not the shovel. Nobody wants the shovel.
Tagging map.
Alright, we just gotta blow this last base and then we should be good to leave. Ductalier!
Outpost cleared.
Dropping a pin.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Yep, we're going to extraction. Democracy officer, or whoever keeps talking to me. We're on our way there. Clean my boots off first. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Which way are they going to come from, game? Where should I position myself against these rocks so that nobody will see me in the minute 10 seconds I gotta wait for this ship to show up?
ETA-T-minus 1
Which is still a lot less than like a minute 30 or a minute 50 or whatever it was, so, you know. I did not remember my settings for my pistol again.
ETA-T-minus 30 seconds.
How can you remember the settings for my sniper rifle, but you keep forgetting the settings for my sidearm?
T-minus 20 seconds. ETA-T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing
Uh-huh.
zone.
Rotating my screen, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, by the way,
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress. Extraction complete.
alright, I need to go attend to my 3D print so I can get the second one started, so I'm not up until tomorrow morning. So I will be back.
Liberty has seen you through.
You won't be able to see it good, but that's what we had on the printer. Nice little gothically structured wall. See the little columns that I built in there and stuff. We build with how long it takes, 2 of them pretty much in the span of a day, because it's, well, the 2 sections, I should say, more than anything else, because it is a top and it is a bottom piece that I got to print separately. So each weekend I'm basically able to do 2 full walls, one on a Saturday, one on a Sunday. Get that guy going. Looks like the ant is up, so I think for now I will probably call the stream here, and I can go in and visit there, and that way the stream shouldn't be affected by the print starting again. It's relatively quiet in here anyway, so it should be fine. Then when I come back later, maybe I'll take another pass at my Space Marine attempt without streaming it, so that it won't chug like it did today, but you know, I can finish that off. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a bunch of people on that want to play this. I don't think so. I imagine most people are probably going to be doing Tarkov, if they're going to be doing anything, because there's another event going in that, and that's usually what happens when Tarkov does an event, is everybody plays Tarkov. So a big stretch. Okay, but hopefully we all had some fun here. Would have loved to do a little bit better performance wise in Space Marine. I might look into that to see if there's some kind of settings or something I can do to make that operate better, because I know we've done it before and it hasn't done that, so it has to be something new, right? But grab bag, you know, playing whatever we felt like, works pretty good, I guess. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend. If I do some more streaming, maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. I really should do more Star Wars, considering I've proclaimed this the, you know, season of Star Wars, and then I've promptly streamed it like 5 times and that's it. Although, to be fair, that's kind of how it usually goes. Anyways, you all have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Or not really, I won't catch you, because if you don't talk, I don't know that you're... If you don't talk in the chat box, I don't even really theoretically know that you're there. So I won't catch you, because you're like me running stealth missions. Just ghosts. But you can catch me the next time I stream, whenever that is, because I don't hold myself to a schedule, because I'm wacky like that. But also, it's one of the pros of not trying to be a professional streamer that's making money, and only really is just doing it for occasional charity donations when people feel like doing it, is I don't have to have a schedule. I can do what I want. I'm beholden to none but myself, and that is a dangerous thing when self is not often motivated. So you can see me next time I stream, whenever the frig that is. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody could possibly. I mean, there's maybe somebody can see the future and know when the next time I'm going to stream is. And if they do, I would love for them to, like, you know, give me a little bit of them winning lotto numbers, because that would be real nice. But touche, right? Everybody would love that. I mean, specifically for them getting to win on lotto numbers, not necessarily me getting to winning lotto numbers. Most people would be more oriented towards liking themselves to win the lotto, not me. But there are some people that would probably like me to win the lotto, to see what kind of shenanigans I would get up to if I didn't need to actually have to work for a living. I am prattling on. I was going to go inside and visit. Social interaction. Oh boy. Or was it social activities? Yeah. You all have a wonderful weekend. If I'm not back streaming on some other time for you to catch me, or I don't talk to you in person at some other point if you're watching this, I hope you had a good time. Be wonderful out there. Let's see if Tuvi's gonna listen to my commands. Tuval came, send them home.